and welcome back to the channel. This is The Mandalorian Season 3.
So it's been a long time since The Mandalorian has been here. I know in Boba Fett there were a couple episodes that pretty much were like Mandalorian episodes, but this was actually the first show that we started on this channel. We started halfway through the first season.
Don't go watch our reactions, they're really cringe.
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff about
Yeah.
Star Wars lore that we hadn't learned yet. We hadn't seen Clone Wars before that. We didn't watch Rebels before that, which we have seen since then. But overall, from this channel, we've kind of taken a little bit of a break from Star Wars. We haven't watched any Star Wars content on the channel since Obi-Wan Kenobi, which in retrospect, I don't really feel like the Obi-Wan series even needed to really be made. There were a couple cool moments in there, but overall, it didn't really seem like it went anywhere. And with the Boba Fett series, that also had a couple moments, but I feel like the majority of the moments that were like the coolest were about the Mandalorian, like I said. Since then, though, we haven't checked out Andor, we haven't checked out Bad Batch Season 2. Bad Batch Season 1 honestly got a little bit repetitive with just like the same old thing, but we did check out Tales of the Jedi off the channel, and that was amazing.
So we basically left off with Grogu coming back to Din here in the book of Boba Fett. So there's speculation online.
There's like an interview, I think.
I think whether it's been like 2 years that he trained with Luke, or whether they just meant like 2 years since the show, since The Mandalorian before that. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they'll clarify it. They probably will clarify it in the show.
I imagine so, because it's just, I feel like an awkward answer because of the fact that it has been 2 years, like physically 2 years since we've seen The Mandalorian. So I feel like that's where it's getting lost in translation. Regardless, I feel like it'd be cool if he was with Luke for a couple of years, because it did kind of seem in Boba Fett that like, okay, that was a real short period of time for him to have left and have that impactful moment in the finale of Mandalorian Season 2 for only him to come back very shortly thereafter.
It would definitely make sense if he trained for 2 years and then came back after. That would totally make sense.
Like Din was just like, oh, I miss him after like a week, and then just went back like to go give him his little armor and whatnot.
I am really looking forward though to getting back into the world of Din and Grogu and just the whole world of The Mandalorian. It was just really great and refreshing, and I'm hoping that this season stays on that same trajectory. Ooh.
Who's that for?
Wow. Whoa.
Who are you? Like this is like the ceremony?
It's like you put it on and you don't take it off.
From this moment on, I shall never...
Oh. Oh my goodness, what is that?
Crocodile?
It's a creature. Oh goodness. It's like a turtle crocodile. Oh my goodness.
Oh shit, I didn't do it.
It looks like it has a very hard shell.
In hindsight, they probably shouldn't have done it on its shell.
Oh, it's doing the roll! That's like what crocodiles do, right?
I don't know. Do they?
Yeah, they do. Because if you ever get bit by one, you're supposed to roll with it. It's like, or else you get your arm ripped. Well, hopefully none of us ever have to go through that. But you're supposed to roll with it, or else you can get your arm bit off. Oh!
Oh!
Wow, cool. Oh, well, look who came and saved the day.
They're not gonna like him though, because he took his helmet off.
So that was cool to see, just like a, I guess a ceremony or whatever.
Yeah.
Their little cult ceremony.
These Mandalorians like obsession without taking off their helmets, like the Jedi's old obsession with like not having attachments.
Yeah.
You are no longer Mandalorian.
We're past that. Most Mandalorians didn't do that anyway. Just ask Bo-Katan.
Redemption is no longer possible since the destruction of our homeworld.
But what if the mines of Mandalore still exist?
All was destroyed in the Purge.
Is this inscription not Mandalorian?
And this relic only proves that Mandalore's entire surface has been crystallized by fusion rays.
But a traveler was able to retrieve this. So perhaps it is not poisoned. If I visit the planet and I can bring you proof that I have bathed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore, then by creed, the decree of exile will be lifted and I would be redeemed.
What are you gonna do, take a picture of you bathing?
What's the proof? Like a cup of the water?
Can't say no to that face.
This is the way.
Alright. Well, we're going to Mandalore to bathe in the water.
I still feel a certain kind of way about like this whole like Mandalorian way, but like I feel like
he was raised like it, so it's hard for him to not want to be a part of it.
feel like it needs to like change, like the Jedi Order should change, you know? Like I feel like they need to like leave some parts of that behind.
I mean, there's just like one little faction of it, of
Yeah.
Mandalorians, because the rest of them aren't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's the whales from Rebels! Oh, shit.
Whales!
First live action space whale.
Show it to us full on. I want to see it full out.
So like Ezra's just riding it right now.
Oh, there's more! Gosh, he looks like a pug so much. I can't get over it. I can't get over it.
Please state the purpose of your visit.
Here to meet an old friend.
Welcome to
Is
the
it grief?
Navarro,
Probably.
gem of the Outer Rim.
Was that the one from the first season?
I guess.
Is this like
so.
a
like a monument to him?
Wow?
You
Man.
remember your old friend?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's why they showed it at the beginning.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look like the same place.
I know, we've done a lot with it.
It's thriving here.
An official trade spur of the Hydean Way. I'm confused. I thought you had completed...
Is he spinning it with the Force?
Is he? I wasn't even thinking about that.
It's complicated. I removed my helmet, and now I'm an apostate.
Oh, there's
Oh, he's
food.
gonna
Get those
get into
M&Ms.
snacks.
Where you're from, you may be an apostate. Here, you'd be landed gentry.
Someone here to see you.
It can wait.
Who is it?
Pirates!
Pirates.
Oh!
Can we see a Hondo? Would we?
Stand aside, droid. Don't you know who we are?
No.
Come on, Vane.
It'd be cool if it was.
Yeah.
Let's continue this conversation back in my office. This is a school.
Well, that explains why she wouldn't let me inside. I forgot, it was your cut of my boss's treasure that built this saloon.
Pirate King Gorian Shard's name is familiar to all in this sector. Join me for a drink back in my office. We'll toast to your captain.
I don't really remember if there was a mission that we're supposed to remember or not.
I say it's still a bar.
It's a school, literally.
Now bring us a drink.
Go walk to the
Want
bar.
some, like chocolate milk or something? Or I guess blue milk or whatever.
You think so?
Oh.
Try me.
Be a G and shoot first. Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
he shot first.
Tell Captain Gorian Shard that Navarro is no longer friendly to pirates.
Wow.
Should have killed them all.
Get out of here, Vane.
I guess he has to send the message. No more pirates. You can do it like in Pirates of the Caribbean and string them up outside the town.
Hotel. Those little droids are so bougie. Hold his cape.
After she brought in Moff Gideon, she was recruited by Special Forces.
Oh.
And what came of Gideon?
He was sent off to a new Republic war tribunal.
I need him back.
Oh.
Okay.
IG-11 was destroyed on the lava river. This is just a statue.
These are his parts, are they not?
You're gonna just take apart the statue?
Lucky to recover any of his parts after he self-destructed.
I need a droid I can trust to help me explore Mandalore.
Wow, so we're gonna bring back IG-11.
We've got plenty of droids around here. We'll find you one, I guarantee you.
He wants that one.
He has a thing
Not
with
the
droids.
same.
Yeah. Took him a lot just to even trust him. The bronze that was just left.
Oh. Got scared.
I saw that, yeah. See, that's even like an thing a pug would do if they saw something just move ever so slightly. They'd shiver in fear.
I'm convinced Grogu's literally a pug.
We're gonna hear that Taika Waititi voice.
Gotta find it a lower half.
There you go.
Oh no! That was like the original mission.
Oh, all this work.
What's his face? Remember he had reprogrammed him. I forgot. The guy we liked in the first season. The guy was played by Nick Nolte.
I yeeted him.
Is that a bronze statue of grief? Well, that didn't work.
Yeah.
No, did it?
Now that's using your head.
Oh my god.
I feel like that was a late reaction.
Oh, just an unexpected joke like that. So corny.
Fortunately, Navarro has attracted the best droid smiths of the Outer Rim.
Oh, is it Babu Frick?
The Anzelans.
Yeah, Babu Frick. Or maybe, I don't know if it's the same.
What do you want?
Oh, you're both small. You can relate on that. They're like grumpy old men.
Yeah. Grumpy old men that are still confident to not wear a t-shirt.
Oh.
Memory circuit. Okay.
He says the memory circuit is shot.
Nope. Don't make new one. Very hard to find.
He said they don't make them anymore. They're very hard to find.
He's literally being Sigourney Weaver's character
In Galaxy Quest? Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Like, why are you translating the English?
What if I find you the part?
Okay, now then no problem. We
No, okay.
Get a new part. He says he can fix it.
No, Grogu.
What is he doing?
What are you doing?
No, it's great.
Was he like,
That was crazy.
what are you trying to do,
You
Grogu?
think it's like a toy?
Oh, it's bad.
Sorry about that. He's young.
That's something a pug would do too if he saw a toy.
Yep.
And this
Uh-oh. Something's
is an
happening.
enemy proximity warning indicator. Hang on.
He's coming
Who's
after
here?
us.
Pirates? Oh, no.
You can't just
This fucker again?
sneak away after cutting down 4 of my brothers in cold blood.
Y'all started it.
I know.
Trying to go to a
School to
school as
drink.
a bar.
Has anyone got eyes on the Mandalorian? Not yet.
I like how Grogu like knew to get in the seatbelt. It's like doing this again.
Probably Din who probably put it over him.
He like snuggled in there.
This all would have been like solved if he would have just shot the other guy.
Like on the
Planet.
on the planet on Navarro.
Ha! What a kind.
It's like Tafiti from Moana,
Never trust a pirate.
especially if they're not Hondo.
I mean, you can't even trust him all the
Yeah.
time. But half the time.
And that is a Mandalorian castle.
Wow. Whoa,
I mean,
that's
this looks
cool.
pretty cool, yeah. Oh, is this Bo-Katan?
Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
Din Djarin.
She's chilling.
I am here to join you.
Ooh.
There's nothing left to join.
What of your plans to retake Mandalore?
When I returned without the Darksaber, my forces melted away.
Oh.
Hey, he offered it to you.
Do you still have the saber?
I do.
Then you lead them. Your cult gave up on Mandalore long before the Purge.
I called him a cult.
Where were you then? The children of the Watch and all the factions that came before fractured and shattered our people. Go home. There's nothing left.
I am going to Mandalore, so that I may bathe in the living waters and be forgiven for my transgressions.
And rejoin the cult.
There's nothing magic about the mines of Mandalore. They're beneath the Civic Center in the city of Sundari.
Thank you. And I will find out if the planet is really poisoned.
I mean, you'll know it's poisoned if he doesn't come back.
We're done. So overall, I feel like this was a little bit of a setup episode, a little bit of recap. Obviously, he's trying to get IG-11 back operating. I thought, honestly, my favorite part was seeing, like, the space whales, to be honest.
Yeah, we're definitely setting up what's going to come for the rest of the season here. We're going to be the ultimate goal is to go back to Mandalore so he can bathe in the waters, but obviously we're going to probably encounter a lot of things along the way. Who knows what happens when we actually get to Mandalore? What are we going to see? That'd be so... Like, I just can't wait to see
Live action Mandalore, yeah. You know, I think I mentioned it during like the intro, and if you're not on Patreon, go subscribe over on Patreon. Grogu's Order 66 moment, I feel like it's coming this season because we got it teased in Boba Fett where we kind of saw him seeing like the Jedi fight off the clones. But the question still is out there is who took him? I know there's a lot of theories from Barriss to Palpatine himself. I saw a really cool, interesting theory that, oh, what if it was Maul? Like, that'd be really freaking cool, too. I don't really know who it could be, to be honest, but I'm really excited about that. I don't know if it was confirmed. I know she was confirmed for Ahsoka, but Sabine Wren, I just, based off of, like, my, I guess, thoughts about how they approached Mandalorian season 2, kind of introducing Ahsoka before she got her own series. I feel like they're going to show her here at some point as well, to Sabine. So I feel like we're going to see her as well.
I mean, it would make sense because she's a Mandalorian too. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And also Sabine, if I'm not mistaken, gave the Darksaber to Bo-Katan in Rebels. So
I think so, yeah.
the thing that we haven't been privy to just yet is how Bo-Katan lost the Darksaber to Moff Gideon. So I feel like that needs to be revealed as well. I mean, maybe it's going to be revealed, or maybe it's just going to be like this unsaid thing, like maybe she just lost to him in battle. But I want that answer as well, because I mean, she had the Darksaber, albeit she didn't win it in combat. So maybe that's like the reason why she is so like adamant about not taking it from Din now, because he did offer it to her after he beat Moff Gideon in the end of the season 2.
I wonder if it's going to be a thing like as we get closer to Mandalore, Din's going to probably maybe start wanting to actually like lead the Mandalorians, like maybe start wanting to actually bring them back together, because Bo-Katan said it here, they've all kind of been fractured, especially all these different factions, everything going on. Maybe he'll want to kind of reunite them, and if Mandalore is livable again, maybe like take them back home or
I feel like it's
that.
gotta be, because like they wouldn't be teasing all this setup to get back to Mandalore for it not to be. My question, I guess, with all that is like, is that just like rumors and propaganda that was thrown out there because there's stuff on Mandalore that they don't want you to know about? Like that could be an interesting like concept too.
Who else is there already? Maybe somebody's there, just like
that could be really interesting.
Using their resources or whatnot. Who knows?
For me, I don't feel like Din is gonna go back and like lead the Mandalorians. He just doesn't seem like the type, in my opinion. I eventually think that the Darksaber is gonna kind of work its way into the hands of Grogu, and Grogu is gonna be like a Mandalorian Jedi, kind of like taking it back to like, I guess, the first Mandalorian Jedi. I feel like that's kind of where they're leading to. That's just my opinion. I feel like what would be the coolest outcome for all of this scenario to play out with. Now, I don't really know, like, you know, I feel like the Darksaber is a little too big for him. Maybe he could adjust, like maybe there's a little switch on the bottom that like adjusts how big the light comes out of it or whatnot. I don't obviously think that he's completely done with like his internal Jedi, I should say, roots either. But I will say, like, you know, that little faction that Din is trying to join back in, I feel like they have, like, you know, some issues as well as, like, what I mentioned, like, the Jedi had issues. Like, this whole idea of keeping your helmet on at all times, to me, just sounds silly. Just like how the Jedi were so removed when they collapsed from reality, in my opinion, because you're just like taking these children from like their parents and be like, oh, no attachments, you're a Jedi, this is all you're supposed to do. That like them following this strict code just made them so blind to the outside world, where something like, you know, Anakin could just like slip by the cracks, where if, you know, maybe one thing may have changed, like, you know, he had access to his mother and didn't just
about Padme.
Exactly, that they wouldn't he wouldn't just fall into like the hands of Palpatine. That's kind of what I had always hoped and envisioned for the Jedi, if there were ever going to be a new Jedi Order where it'd be a little bit different. I feel like these Mandalorians need to kind of take a same like page out of that book and be like, maybe everything we're doing doesn't need to necessarily be traditional.
All right, well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, everyone.